Yeah, so good afternoon to you all, everyone. It's almost near to 12 p.m. So we are starting an course today on professional elective tribology for your 7th semester curriculum. So myself, Nandini, I'll be handling your tribology as an professional elective for this current semester. So we were introducing among ourselves like where you stay and all. So some of the people I've just discussed. So fine. So all who are currently in the class, kindly be safe, protect your family, be safe. At the same time, attend the classes regularly and be committed and do your work systematically. See, before starting and speaking about the subject, I just want to inform you some things. Like every day, we'll be having online class until offline class has been called on. So we will be having a class of 45 minutes. Then remaining 15 minutes will be left out for the quiz and the attendance part. Since this is the first class, you won't be having any quiz. So we will just deal about the concept on the subject tribology, what the syllabus actually deal with. And if time permits, we can start up with the module 1. But from the next class, after we complete like 45 minutes related to module 1 session, you will be going to attend and quiz, which will be shared in the Google Classroom. Okay, so a matter of 10 minutes will be allocated. So you have to do it within that period of time. So this will be considered as a part of your assignments. So please do attend, right? So attendance will be taken mandatorily in between, yeah, sometimes at the end. So please stick on to the class regularly for 1 full hour. So these are the suggestions what I wanted to tell you. So be attentive, listen, understand the concept so that it helps to excel in good amount of marks in your examination point of view. So with this thing, I just want to start with the subject tribology. So have you heard the word tribology? What does it mean exactly? Roshan? Hello? Any others
Yes,
can
ma'am.
also answer. What do you mean by the word tribology? Have you heard before?
No, ma'am.
You haven't heard at all.
No, ma'am.
Then how did you opted for the subject tribology as an elective? Without knowing you opted, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
That should not be the case. You have to check what the subject exactly is, how interesting it is to you. Then you have to
Ma'am, I
opt.
checked and I forgot.
Yeah?
Ma'am, I checked, but now I forgot.
No, you forgot. Very nice. Please don't, once you learn, you have to keep it in mind for a long period of time. Okay, so please cultivate that habit. Not a problem. So let us just start with the basic syllabus and the concept related to tribology. I'll just share my screen. Can anyone know, tell me like whether the slides are visible? Hello? Is the PPT visible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
We can see now, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. So you see, tribology is under the category of professional elective in your curriculum with the subject code 17ME742. So we will just deal with what is tribology, why it is used, and what is the syllabus we need to follow. Right. So basically, tribology is not a single subject. It is a combination of two to three subjects what you have learned already. So related to the origin, history, historical background, everything I'll be telling you in the module 1. This is just a rough information about the concept of the word tribology, what you have to understand. So basically, the word tribology was derived from a Greek word. Okay, so tribos. So what is tribos in exactly in English is the meaning is about rubbing. So tribology is a science which deals with more than one subject like friction, lubrication, and wear, which come across in any contacting systems. So when you have two contacting system which is moving for some particular application, So it results in some amount of friction and wear. Like to overcome this friction and wear in any contacting system, you need a lubricant. So which helps in reducing the amount of friction and wear and tear in that running component. So to get the exact requirement of tribology, you should be well versed in knowing the concept about friction, lubrication, wear, and tear when any mechanism is in motion. So I am aware that you are well versed with the word friction, lubrication, and wear already. So how it comes into picture also. So this subject will help you to bring different subjects together and how it interacts to get a tribological system. So this knowledge always helps to improve our service lives and take safety and to be reliable on the machine components depending upon how well it interacts with reduced amount of wear and friction. So if you achieve this reduced amount of wear and friction in a movement body, that usually helps in enhancing the economical benefit of a particular society, because tribology plays a vital role in upliftment in any country with respect to the point of view of our subject. So tribology is not a bad subject, a boring subject. You'll come to know many things. So I wish a happy learning with our subject tribology for this current semester of this particular course. So what I want to tell in gist is, it basically speaks about all the principles and applications which are involved in our subject tribology. So in this, we will be covering all the fundamental point of view and all from the fundamental point of view to the application end, and also some concepts of design of making the contacting systems well versed. So you have a full-fledged mixture of understanding the concepts with respect to fundamental point of view, to identify which are the applications related to these fundamental point of view, and then designing some contacting system where you can learn both friction, lubrication, and wear concepts when a contacting system comes into picture. So this we can understand more in depth. Like if I provide some practical examples, like where the tribology is being used, what are the problems which are associated with it. So by solving the problems and making some modifications in the design, you can provide a solution for the practical problems associated. So this part we will be taking care in taking some problems in existence as a part of our case studies. So what will that make you learn is, it helps you to apply the theoretical concepts what you will be learning in all the 5 modules in a practical way. So you'll come to know in reality what the tribology actually is. And one more plus point by learning this subject is, the student will understand like how the principles from different subjects can be clubbed together. So he will identify like how a problem can be solved by clubbing more than 2-3 subjects. So you can call this subject tribology as an interdisciplinary one, because you have different concepts of friction, lubrication, wear, bearings, everything clubbing together to get and required tribological system. So it is a very interactive and interdisciplinary session where the student can actually learn how all these subjects can be clubbed together. So finally, it will help to set your perspective of fundamental and then practical approach for our subject tribology. Okay, so this is about whole what we will be taking care about, and a very brief information about our subject tribology and how to make it interesting by considering the practical approaches with respect to case study and designing some contacting systems, which helps in actual application of the theoretical concept of tribology into problem solving and making devices in the form of contacting system. So I just want to play a small video related to tribology. Within 2 seconds, it has to play. You just let me know. I'm just trying to. Is audio and video both visible?
It's the lubrication science of friction wear a property.
Yes, ma'am, we can see it. and hear
Okay.
It
it.
has more than sort of two bodies with it, sort of thing. So a lubricant film in between it, two mating surfaces, anything that we can kind of look at. It's such a wide discipline. I think there's so many areas in it. Biotribology, the usual ones that people think of, improving fuel economy, the automotive industry, but also just, important things like, just brushing your teeth in the morning and that as well, the abrasive wear and things like that. And I think that part of that, getting that message across to people is our biggest challenge, actually. What tribology is, what areas it can be used in, what it's being used in at the moment. People don't realise that they're using it a lot as well.
The real challenge for tribology, I think, as we go forward, is to make sure that the testing and the modelling that's being done is appropriate to the right mechanism that's occurring in the tribological contact. And then we can then use that in the design space for designers to then look at the new generation of aircraft components that actually have tribology built in from first principles, rather than us putting a bandage on with a coating or adding a bit of grease here or doing something there.
Tribology isn't going to go away. As the mantra of engineering is faster, smaller, cheaper, using less energy, and that's going to require tribology at every single stage. So really, tribology is a subject that's going to stay with us. Specifically, I guess that as scarce energy resources and making the most of our natural resources will require lower friction, better lubrication, longer lasting components, more sustainable use of components. And tribology is involved in every single stage of that.
Yeah, what did you understand by looking into the video? At least I need few people to speak on. Hello?
My video was lagging a lot.
Video was lagging a lot. The students told it was...
No, ma'am, it is mentioned lagging, ma'am.
What you saw exactly?
Ma'am, this
Hello. It showed actually the importance of tribology in different fields. I can share that in the Google Classroom also. Okay, so same thing I'm going to explain here. So this was just brief information about the importance of tribology by many professors at outside universities. Okay, so mainly it was focused on both industrial and academical approach. So it was related to the institutes at UK. So they have a strong tribology and surface engineering base. So that is helping to uplift both the industry and the academy. Okay. So what happened exactly there is, due to the fragmentation of the activities, it helped in reducing their GDP below 1.4% because they didn't had any control in friction and lubrication, wear and tear when any contacting system was being running in many of the industries. So this problem actually brought down the GDP of UK to 1.4%. And then they realized the importance of the tribology, how this friction, lubrication, and wear and tear has to be controlled in order to get an improvement in the GDP growth. So later they launched the UK tribology, was established, and now it is running very smoothly, and they have made this as a permanent course subject in many of the colleges and universities, and many practical oriented projects are also assigned to the students of these colleges. So it is nothing like there is no importance to tribology. The importance was there before, it is now also, and it will be for always. Because without overcoming friction, lubrication, wear and tear, irrespective of any enhancement in the technology, you cannot achieve a good output with good GDP, because many losses comes into picture if you have high friction, wear and tear in any contacting system of a product what you want to build up. So hence there is a need for the subject, and it will be throughout. So it is very good for you to learn this subject as one of your elective. I can tell you have made a right selection to come to this professional elective on tribology. So this is just the importance of the word tribology, why it is needed for you to study as a student. It will also help when you go out as an engineer and work in some industries, or if you want to open your own firm also, it will be helpful in near future. So this is about the word tribology and its importance. So now I am coming to our syllabus on tribology. So basically your syllabus fall into 2017 scheme. So this scheme has a syllabus of 5 sections. So in module 1, you will be dealing with introduction to tribology. So here we have to study what are the historical backgrounds, how the word tribology arose. There were many problems in the history which were coming across. They were not able to identify or figure out a single word to overcome those problems. And then finally they introduced, and they were not able to figure out because it is a combination of more than one subject. So due to this, then they made this complex word called tribology. So this all about the background will be dealing, and what is the practical importance of the subject tribology, what is the need to study tribology, and what are its uses in different fields. So this is one part of the module 1, what you will be studying. Later, we will be focusing on lubricants. You know, lubricants plays a vital role in reducing the friction in any moving bodies, right? So you will understand what you mean by lubricants, which are the types of lubricants available, and which are the field of applications. So once you're done with the types and application part, you will deal with the various properties associated with it. Then you will understand the viscosity related to the lubricants. You will get different lubricants with varying viscosity. Some will be of very high viscosity, medium nature, and low viscosity type of lubricant. Oils and grades are also available. Depending upon the requirement, you have to select. And how to measure the viscosity of an lubricant. What are the parameters which affects every fluid, the viscosity? It is again indirectly related to the pressure effect, the temperature effect. So with these variables, how you measure the viscosity. So that you will be dealing about. And then we'll come across the lubrication types. And then you will also understand various standard grades of lubricants which are available, and how you will use these grades based on the required applications. Mainly, the role plays a vital role in selecting the type of lubricant. So he has to be having very thorough knowledge of lubrication as well as the contacting system which are being run, and for which type of contacting system made up of which material, which type of lubricant has to be used. This amount of theoretical knowledge is very much essential to get a smooth movement of the contacting system with no friction and reduced amount of wear, where the lubricant plays a really vital role. So all these concepts you will be studying in module 1 under the chapter Introduction to Tribology. So our next module deals with friction and wear. So you have 2 sections here. In the first section, you will be speaking about how the word friction got originated, which are the frictional theories which are been derived by many scientists. Okay, so what is the importance of these frictional theories? What are the methods which are currently available in order to measure different type of frictions which come into picture when a body is in motion? Okay, when it is in state of rest, hardly you do get frictional forces. Okay, so it will be very negligible. Whenever the body is in movement, body gets moved when you have the contacting system. So when the contacting systems comes into picture, the word tribology plays a vital role. So in tribology, even a friction matters a lot. So you should understand which are the measurement methods which are available to measure the friction which comes into picture depending upon which application, which devices you're running for what requirement. Apart from that, you should also understand, see, we have different classifications of the materials, metals, non-metals, ceramics, and many other smart materials, right? So you have to understand how the friction will be in case of metals and how the friction will be in case of non-metals. What is the main difference between the friction associated to metal and non-metal? How do you compare it? And after understanding, you can just quote some examples also for it. So all these will be dealt in about our module 2 chapter under the section friction. So next will be related to our wear. So when a body moves for a continuous period of time in a contacting system, so it might scrap some of the surface of the material, what we usually call it as wear and tear, right? So we have to classify. Before classification, you should understand exactly what do you mean by wear, why it comes into picture, and there will be different types of wears which come across. So you should be able to understand which are the classifications of the wear available and what are the mechanism of the wear which has been involved, right? And in order to understand this mechanism, some theories are derived already. So it is under the name of delamination theory. So you should understand what is this delamination theory is, what it is making us to understand, how you can classify and figure out the type of wear for a particular type of moment. So all these things you will be able to understand in depth when we go across in delamination theory. So then we have the wear which has been classified and measured and substantiated with the theory has to be analyzed also. So this will be analyzed under debris analysis system. So you'll understand how it has to be analyzed. Again, analysis depends upon which type of material you are using for contacting systems. Depending upon the material property, the wear and tear usually comes. How strong the material is with respect to the external environment, how strong the material is with respect to the movements of the contacting system, right? So all these plays a vital role. So in order to figure out a wear value for a particular material, analysis is very much needed. So you will do the debris analysis related to the wear. Okay. And once it has been analyzed, it has to be tested and it has to be compared with respect to some standards, right? You have studied your mechanical measurement systems where you usually refer some standards in order to measure, in order to know the unknown values. Even here, that comes into picture. So first you will evaluate which are the testing methods which are essential to know the value of the wear. So the determined values will be then compared with that of the known standards. So then you will compare whether the calculated wear is almost nearer to the standard wear or not. If it is mapping, then you can tell that the testing method what you have followed is right. So you are getting almost near to the standard. If it is not exactly mapping, then it shows that the way you have tested might have gone wrong, or the testing method what you have selected might be wrong, depending upon the contacting systems for which you are using. Okay, so all these will be taken care in our wear section. So once you understand the concept of friction and wear, then we have to throw some light on case studies. So here what we do is we'll take some real-time case studies of some industries where they are making some contacting devices and friction is coming into picture and wear is coming into picture. So how the people in these industries are overcoming the friction concept and the wear, and also how they are evaluating the wear and which methods they are opting to evaluate and how they're doing the analysis. All these things you will understand by going through the case study, and similar assignment will be assigned for you to work on it, as I told you in the beginning. So you can put your ideas and thoughts in solving and getting and happy learning concept of putting your theoretical aspect into a practical way. So if you solve the problem given, I'll give you the case study which is unsolved. So you have to think, apply your concept and provide a solution to it. So then you'll feel more happier that you have understood the concept. There is nothing here in this subject to mug up and write. If you understand the concepts thoroughly, you can solve the problems by your own. You can write the answers by your own. You can give the examples by your own if you are well versed with the case studies which has been given from my end. So it is really a very interesting subject where you can keenly learn and succeed with the good marks, I can tell you. So this is about module 2. So in module 3, we will be dealing with hydrodynamic journal bearings. Right, so we have bearings, you have studied bearings, you have studied its classifications, okay, you have understood why the bearings are used. So here, related to tribological aspect, we will be focusing on hydrodynamic journal bearings. So what we do here, actually, you will be focusing on the frictional forces and the power losses which come across when the given journal bearing is lightly loaded. So when it is lightly loaded, how the loss in the power and which type of frictional forces are coming. So that concept you will learn, and later we will move on to Petrov's equation to understand how the variation or the development of the pressure in is being analyzed. Okay, so this you will be learning from the Petrov's equation. And then for Reynolds equation in two-dimensional. So this part is also there. So we need to derive the Reynolds equation in 2 dimensions for the hydrodynamic journal bearing. So that will be taking care. So you have the theoretical aspect also, and some numerical examples also. Hardly in 3rd and 4th modules, some numericals usually come on in the examination papers. So we need to solve some numerical examples to understand the concepts. So this is about the 3rd module. Yeah, we didn't focus about this. Yeah, sorry. And next here, you have a second part where we will focus on introduction to idealized journal bearing. There is a difference between normal journal bearing and an idealized journal bearing. So you will understand what it is here. And then you will understand what is the load bearing capacity of an idealized journal bearing. Is it less or more than that of regular journal bearing? What is the capacity? And what are the constraints you need to follow to apply the condition of equilibrium? And what is the significance of this Sommerfeld's number? How it plays a vital role in selecting a proper journal bearing? All these plays a vital role, and how it helps in reducing the amount of friction and the power losses also you can understand. Okay, then we move on to some partial kind of bearings, why it is needed, and then the end leakages which happens in journal bearings, why it is so, how it could be overcome. Okay, and then some examples purely based on journal bearings also we do have. So few examples you will be understanding. So these examples help you to aware about the entire concept of hydrodynamic journal bearing. So the 3rd module is totally about hydrodynamic journal bearings. All are for 8 hours. And next the module 4. So module 4 basically deals with plain cider bearings. So it could be fixed or pivoted shoe type. So you will be studying both plain slider bearing with fixed and pivoted shoe. So in this type of bearing, you will understand how the pressure is being distributed. Again, same thing. How the load, what is the load carrying capacity of it? How you derive the coefficient of friction for plain cider bearings? What is the frictional resistance in case of fixed and pivoted shoe bearing? Okay. So which is classified as center of pressure. How you figure out the center of pressure in the plain slider bearing? I told you, first you have to understand how the pressure has been distributed. Is it uniformly distributed? Yeah, it is distributed maximum at one place and minimum at the rest. So in these cases, how you determine the center of pressure? So that you will learn. Then we will go about some numerical examples. So this is half part of our module 4. So the next part of the module 4 deals about hydrostatic lubrications. So in here, we have to speak about introduction to what you mean basically by hydrostatic lubrications. And then you will learn what you mean by hydrostatic step bearing. Again, the same thing, the load carrying capacity of these bearings and oil flow through hydrostatic step bearing. How the flow of the oil is through this hydrostatic step bearing. Okay, that you will analyze. And then you have few numerical examples. You don't have complicated numericals. It is just the numerical examples. And you sometimes or usually the simple kind of problems also comes in the examination related to third and fourth module. You have just numerical examples which are being given in your syllabus as well. And then last module is very important because it speaks about the bearing materials. So, depending upon the material, you can figure out what is the capacity, what are the other conditions in which it can work. Because everything is made up of material, and this material speaks about the entire functional properties of the device what you're going to make. Right, so you should be very selective in selecting a proper bearing material. So you should be having strong knowledge in material, in device making, and in making a compact design for bearing also, so that it should not be very huge. It should be compact. It should be comfortable to use, as well as the material what you use should withstand for a longer run with least amount of wear and friction. If you do all these very successfully, it helps to design a beautiful contacting system which can yield you the required result with reduced amount of friction and wear. And hence the bearing material plays a very important role. So here you will be studying the commonly used bearing materials. Until now, what are the properties of the typical standard bearing materials which are being used? Along with it, you will understand the advantages and disadvantages of these bearing materials. So this is one part of our module 5. And the next part speaks about surface engineering. See, surface engineering is again a totally different area. Bearing is a different area. Again, the friction, the wear, lubrication, what we studied before in your previous semesters. Now, tribology helps you to enhance your knowledge or memorize the thing what you have learned already, clubbing everything together. And hence it is called as an interdisciplinary, where you have the combination of more than 2 to 3 areas of subjects under mechanical engineering. So the last part, again, which you have to study under tribology, under module 5 is Introduction to Surface Engineering. Surface engineering also plays a vital role. So you have to understand what is the concept and the scope of surface engineering, how the surface modification can be done. You will make the entire device with the combination of 2-3 materials. It could be by a composite material, it could be by using a smart material, or it could be by using any metal or non-metal, depending upon the application for which you are making the contacting system. You are making that contacting system based on the required functional properties. So based on the required functional properties, you have clubbed the materials together with proper stoichiometric combination, and you have produced the product also. Once you have done with the product, there is something called as surface finishing, surface modification, which is very much essential before it is put into the work. And this surface engineering plays a vital role in tribology, because tribology mainly speaks about contacting systems and its movement. And if 2 contacting system has to be moved, it touches the surface. And if the surface is very sharp and rough, right? So you won't get a proper smooth movement. Friction will be more, wear will be more. So the output will not be too good enough. You cannot get a qualitative result output. And if you use this type of thing in a large scale, even the GDP of that can come down, as I told you in one of the example related to UK, which I told in the beginning. So knowing the concept of surface engineering is very much essential. Sometimes what happens is you need that particular type of material only, which is very harder because it has that set of functional properties. You cannot go with any other material, but that material is too hard. So what you do is, only the option is to go with the surface engineering. At least you can do fine-tune your modification at the surface level, even though the entire material, entire device is made up of the material which is being needed. So in that area, this plays a vital role. So here you will be understanding the surface modification, why it is needed, how you do the transformation hardening. Sometimes the material what you have used might be very hard. So some amount of hardening has to be treated to reduce, or some amount of hardening has to be transferred. Sometimes to increase the hardening, annealing treatment has to be done, or any calcination or any heat treatment to reduce or to vary the hardening system as required. Okay, and sometimes the metal has to be melted at the surface, or sometimes the surface has to be applied with some chemical solutions, some chemical process at the surface, so that it won't be corroded, it will be corrosion free, it will be environmental free, it won't get corrosion easily. Okay, so many things comes into picture. So some of the material has to be made a coating with thermochemical process. So some of the material has to be done in melting part or under surface melting. Sometimes the material what you select will be very small, very soft. You have to harden it. So depending upon the requirement, you can vary the surface modifications. So these are the things what you will be studying under surface modifications. And next comes surface coating. Surface coating is more comfortable, easier than surface modification, and people usually go with surface coating if it is not too complicated one. If it is too complicated, then you have to opt for surface modification. So what you do in surface coating is, you will be doing a plating on the surface, or you will apply a thin coating. So the coating could be from microns to mm, depending upon how protective the layer of the coat should be, so that you can get smooth movement as per the requirement with reduced friction and wear. And based on that, the plating thickness and which material you'll be using for surface coating, everything you have to decide. So that you will be studying here. And then you will speak about the fusion process. The coating cannot be done without doing a proper fusion process. Okay, there are many types of coating, thin film coating, biomorph, unimorph, many things. So all these things you have to understand. So it could be, you can opt surface coating to either fusion process or through vapor phase process. So again, the selection of surface coating depends upon for which application you are using, which type of contacting systems you are making, and mainly which type of material you are using. So all these plays a vital role in selecting which type of surface coating you will be doing. So again, you have here two options. One is surface modification and one is surface coating. So you should be having a thorough knowledge to select either to go with surface modification or with surface coating. Okay, so these are the two things what you have to understand, right? And the last part of our module 5, it deals with selection of coating for wear and corrosion resistance. Okay, so you have to select. So now first you'll understand which are the way it could be coated. So once you understand the methodology for coating, then you should also learn how to select the coating layer for wear type and for corrosion resistance type. So they have many methods which are being followed for wear and corrosion. So all these will be dealing in depth, and at the end of understanding this module 5, you should be having hands-on with confidence to tell which type of coating you will be using for wear and which type of coating you will be using for corrosion and which type of surface coating you will be doing. Okay, so that also you should be able to identify whether it is through fusion process or through vapor phase process. And modification also, which type of modification you do on the surface, either it is of hardening, yeah, melting, yeah, chemical process. So all these you should be able to judge by yourself, and you will do it if the concept is very strong at your hand. So all the 5 modules are equally important to turn out to an interdisciplinary area of tribology, which claps the combination of friction, wear, bearings together, and some part of design. So where we'll be designing some of the contacting system. If you're capable of designing some contacting system, then I can assure you, you have understood the concept of tribology very well. So it is an easier subject, interesting subject. Nothing is there to mug up, only to understand the concept and solve few numericals in 3rd and 4th module. So this is about a brief description related to your module 5. After we dealt about the concepts of tribology with current scenario. So now, once you're thorough with the subjects, you should go on with the course outcomes. Once you are strong in all the 5 modules, then you can claim that you have understood the fundamentals of tribology and all the associated parameters, and you should be strong enough in applying the concept of tribology for any analysis, for any design of the component which is thrown to you. Okay, so this is the second outcome, what you should be able to learn from it. And the third is you will be able to analyze the requirements and the design of an hydrodynamic journal, including plain cider bearings for any given application. Then you should be able to select a proper bearing material and lubricant for given tribological applications. Your assignments will be in this way only. It won't be like Kitabi, I will give question, you will write the answers. It will be practical oriented approaches where I'll give you some problem. You will be able, you have to identify the bearing material and lubricant which will be suitable for that particular tribological application. If you end up with proper answer, you will get full marks. So all the assignments which will be assigned and the quizzes which will be given will be based on practical approach only. And the last outcome is how to apply the principles of surface engineering for different applications of tribology. Okay, so this is the part what I explained you currently. So related to surface engineering, you will be knowing the entire principles and how and where you can apply the surface energy applications in our tribology you will be learning. So this is about the course outcome. I hope it is clear until now, guys. Hello?
Yes,
Hello? Yeah. So this is the entire view of our beautiful subject tribology. So to understand this in depth, there are very nice books also available in the library as well as departmental library. So in that, the first book is Introduction to Tribology by Bhushan. So it is John Willey and Son Publications. The second one is a book by Prasant Sahu. It is Engineering Tribology, right? The edition you need to check, it is published in the year 2011. And the third textbook which has been prescribed under VTU is Engineering Tribology by J.A. Williams. So these are the 3 good books which are being assigned as under VTU as the prescribed books. Apart from that, there are many reference books. One is from B.C. Majumdar. It speaks about tribology and bearing designs basically. It has been referred for MTech students also. In this also, you can take some just information about tribology and bearing. You have one more book which speaks about the basic concept of tribology, friction, and wear related to different engineering material. So if you refer these reference books in the form of ebook also, you will come in depth understanding of this subject, digging from the material to that of the design of the contacting systems. So next reference book is Engineering Tribology here again. And the fourth one is, it will give you a strong information on the friction and the wear of materials. And separately, you have a book for basic lubrication theory. Okay, to understand the concepts in depth. So if you need, you can go up with these books to understand the concept of lubrication. Along with that, you have a handbook of tribology, like you have design handbook and all. You have a handbook on tribology, which provides you the information about the materials which are available, the coatings which are available, and which kind of surface treatments could be done. If you refer these type of reference books, that will be helpful to you to solve the assignments, the case studies given, which is being used in actual. So by referring this handbook, you can suggest which material will be the best than the material which is being used, which coating will be the best, which surface treatment will be the best. So you can tell in strongly that you have referred this and you know that this will be the best material, your coating, your surface treatments. So this is about the references. So I end my presentation here. So now you're free to ask if you have any doubts. If I'm very fast, you can tell. If I want to fine tune the way of teaching, I will do it. So you have to speak at least for a few minutes. How did you feel about the subject? Yes, few of the volunteers. Hello. Shall I call the name? Subramanya. Haven't taken the attendance yet.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the subject interesting? Yeah, boring?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Okay. How did you feel the subject as?
Yeah, I am very happy to take this course.
Okay, okay. So hope you keep the same statement throughout the semester.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Kanishka Reddy. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. How did you feel about the subject?
Interesting so far, ma'am.
Interesting so far. It will be interesting in future if you be regular and you understand and be responsible and assign and submit all the assignments. Okay. Sagar
Yes,
Datta.
ma'am.
Yeah. Sagar Datta, you're here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. How do you feel about the subject?
Now it's quite good. We learn new things in the subject.
What new things you learned today? Can you tell me that? Or you were aware about what you mean by tribology, or did you try to look what do you mean by tribology before coming to the class?
Ma'am, we've already learned few things about the subjects in last time because JLS were teaching us about bearings and all.
Yeah.
So we have a little idea about wear and friction and lubrication as well. So I hope we're gonna learn further new stuff in this subject.
Yeah, that's what I told you. Tribology is a combination of 3-4 subjects together. So it helps you to see how all these different subjects can come together in knowing new things related to tribological aspect. And hence I told you already, this is an interdisciplinary subject, and hence the name is quoted differently as tribology. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Balaji, you're there?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
Fine, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, me fine. How did you feel about the subject?
Yes, ma'am. It's good, ma'am. We'll have to see for more
Yes. Be studious. Listen carefully. Okay, you will excel well.
Thank you.
Yeah. I hope everyone have written your name and USN in the chat room. If someone have missed, kindly do type it. Your name as well as USN, because I haven't got the updated list yet. Kindly see that you write your full name, your batch 1721 with your USN, full USN number, please. If anyone have missed out, kindly add on quickly. Ranveer Singh, you're there. Hello. Siddharth. Siddharth, no attendance then. Siddharth has given the attendance. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, ma'am.
How did you feel about the class today?
Yeah, it was good, ma'am.
Okay. So what new things you learned? Anything?
Ma'am, the concepts were old, but then we didn't know the relationships and
Yes,
how it works.
exactly. The old concept relating together into a new system is nothing but our subject tribology. Okay. So you will learn many new things. It won't be very troublesome to you because you know all what do you mean by friction, wear, lubrication, bearings, just clubbing all into a single platform. That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Ranveer Singh. Hello. Yanesh,
Yes, ma'am.
how are you?
Fine, ma'am.
Yeah. How was the class today?
Interesting.
Okay. From next class onwards, as I told you, please be prepared. Listen carefully. After 45 minutes of class, I will be providing you a quiz. You have to do that quiz, and only at the end, the attendance will be taken. In between, randomly, I may call your name to see that whether you're live or not. Okay. So see that you be attentive, be regular to the class, and taking the quiz is also compulsory. And to take the quiz, you should listen and understand the concept for 45 minutes continuously without any interruption. Okay. So with these words, I will just end today's session. If anyone still have not written your name and USN, kindly add on quickly. And until tomorrow's class, I hope in the first hour I have class tomorrow. Until then, be safe. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
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 Yeah, bye, Roshan. Bye.